think.
She's coming in class?
She's gonna be on Zoom. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's get the seating chart going right now. Everybody get their seats. Everybody's cool with this? Awesome. Okay, so I will go here.
I can't even spread them anymore.
What happened?
What?
I don't want to know. Don't want to know.
They get me the brain with that thing, dude. They jam it up.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't know if this makes any difference, but like I had a girl with a water on her head and she jammed.
I haven't had to get tested yet. But I hear it's no fun.
It's like this long, okay? And they shove all but this much in there. It hurt.
Okay.
You're up and down there. Yes.
Oh. Mike, where is this? Logan. Max. Hey Maggie, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Maggie?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm just doing a seating chart right now, and then we'll get going. And if you want to, I'm just going to keep this this chat open. So whenever you need anything, just let me know. Is that cool? And we'll just kind of see. We'll just kind of see what happens from here. All right. And if I'm not responding to you, you can just yell at me. Does that sound cool? Okay, awesome. And Eric,
I'm still in C lunch. Yeah, I'm in C lunch, but I get released. I'm door A. I get released. So you have to same spot.
hold on a second. I think I know what you're gonna ask, but let me do this because I can't. You know me, I can't multitask very well.
I'm not going to ask you.
Oh, okay, great. I thought you were gonna ask about my syphilis.
Yeah, I already knew about that.
Okay. All right, here we go. Do this, do two. Okay. Hey, let's get this out of the way before I forget. This is, let's go ahead and just join my Zoom. Maggie, hopefully you can see that on the screen too. Or join my classroom, not my Zoom. That would be great. We have to worry about what? Okay, what were you gonna ask me, dude? So let's talk about that. I definitely, and this is a full realization for me, you know, that like, so I'll give you the quick history. So when I went to Blackford High School in Hartford City, Indiana, so soccer, yeah, I know. Thanks, yeah. You went soccer? Blackbird, you don't do soccer, do you? Do you do soccer?
Not to brag or anything,
Okay.
but I have a hat trick against them. I broke the school record.
Oh yeah, I knew like it's usually typically soccer. How do you know?
That's where sectionals were. I didn't say anything.
Oh, who said ooh? You said ooh. Oh, I knew it was like usually the soccer girls say ooh because like they're. I think Blackbird is the only soccer is the only sport that plays black, right?
Yeah.
There's
they're
no
our
other.
sectionals. That's
right.
where sectionals are this year.
Right.
Again.
Right. And so, anyways, I grew up in Harvard City. I graduated in 1990, and when I was in high school, I really my mind opened up to biology because I had a really good biology teacher. His name was Chris Coy. If you happen to go to Indiana Wesleyan and take anatomy, he's now teaching there. And so, like Emily Mize had him as a teacher, and a few other students did as well over the years there. So he was a good guy. He always though told us that he was going to take us to Florida. He goes, when we were freshmen, he's like, oh, I used to take kids to Florida. We're like, take us. He's like, okay, we'll take it. So then I took his biology 2 class as like a junior. We're like, are we going to Florida this year? He's like, no, probably not this year. He goes, we'll do it next year. And then senior year, I think I took like AP Bio and or I can't remember what it was called then. And I said, we're like, this is it. We're seniors. We're going to Florida, right? He's like, yep, we're going to Florida. And we never freaking went to Florida. Okay, so when I got this job here in 1994, it was my first job out of college. This is my 27th year of teaching, which is just insane. And I decided I'm taking a group of students to Florida or somewhere. And so I didn't do it my first year because the first year's rough, right? You know, it's like, and so it took 4 years. And then in 1998, we took my first group to the Keys. And there were a total of 8 of us that went, one other chaperone and like 6 kids. And then that was 1998. And then I thought, oh, I have this genius idea and I will go to a different national park every year. So in 1999, I took students to Olympic National Park in Washington State in March. And it was a horrible idea because it was freezing. But the park was really cool. It was like, imagine like just nothing but like green all around you. You know, like it was like, there literally is a rainforest there. We'll talk more about that later. But it was freezing. So I abandoned that idea. And so I thought, I'll go back to Florida. I've never been to the Everglades really. And so I thought, I'll start the Everglades trip. So in 2000, your cousin was was the first one to go on that trip, and then I fell in love with that area. In fact, I tell people that I'm from Hartford City. My home is North Manchester, but my real second home is South Florida, and specifically that area, the Everglades. I've gotten to know people there, and gotten really close, and pretty much like I would count some of those people there. I'm like closer to them than some of my own family. So it's a place that like I am like in love with, and it kills me not to be able to take that trip this year. And I understand some people take this class because of the trip, and I get it. And so therefore, you know, we started off with 32 in this class, and now there's 21. And I get that. Some people bail. If you're one of those people, you're like, man, I will tell you, this is a harder class than any of the other classes that I teach, okay? Because I am shooting for a 3, 4, 5 on the AP exam, okay? And every year I have kids get 3, 4s, and 5s. Last year I had 1 5, 3 4s, a bunch of 3s. Unfortunately, I only had 1 1 last year. Oh, that was awesome. I was really pumped about that, and that was a shocker to me. So anyway, you can do it. And this is going to save you a crap ton of money too, right? You know, like you get a 3, 4, 5, that's your cred in college. So, and some of you are like, well, I want to go into environmental science. And this is a great introduction, okay? And you'll go deeper once you're there. So That being said, you're not going to break my heart if you, I mean, I'll be sad. I'm looking at all of you right now. Like, I want to hang out with you guys this year, right? Like, every day, like, in person, want to hang out. I mean, I don't tell the other classes, but like, I mean, I like my own sometimes. I mean, anatomy's super fun to teach, but like, I get up in the morning to come and hang out with apes, right? I mean, I love this stuff. So apes, yeah, with the apes, right? This is a funny story. I shouldn't be saying this because I'm recording this, but oh well. You guys remember Jeremiah Maggart? She was an anthropology major in, Jeremiah's wife, no, Jeremiah Maggart's wife, Stephanie, who was the JAG person for a while, and then worked at the library, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? You guys had Maggart. Did you have Maggart? Yeah. Oh, it's been that long. Oh gosh. So anyways, he used to teach PE here. He used to also be the wrestling coach. And so his wife was anthropology. And one day she was like, oh, what does Jamin teach? And he goes, apes. And she's like, oh, that is so cool that they have a primate class. And he's like, no, AP environmental science. So anyway, I want you to be here, but the reality is, if you don't want to be here and you don't want to work, I get it. Okay, so that's my speech. Now let me finish my thought because you know my brain. Okay, so here's what I'm proposing. Okay, I would love, okay, if at all possible, if this works, to do a trip with you guys to South Florida, but we would do it in 2021 in December, like during break, right? So like when you're in college, right? So that I would be a little worried about some of the behavior, but whatever, I can't. Anyway, smart A. But that's okay, because there have been. I've never done anything like this, but I want you to see the Everglades, and I would love to take you there. And I think it would be really a lot of fun. That's the only time I could think of. You can't go there in the summer. Here's why. It's 4,000 degrees in the Everglades, and you would all die. Like, seriously, I'm not kidding you. No one wants to go to camp in the Everglades in July. Trust me, okay? So, but I'm thinking, and I would be willing to bet money on the fact that post-COVID, there's going to be some stuff that stays, okay? And I think one of the things that's going to stick is that colleges are not going to have you come back after Thanksgiving. Because most colleges, I mean, if you think about, I always thought this was ridiculous anyways. You go to like home for Thanksgiving break, you come back for a week, then you have finals for a week, and then you go back for Christmas. You know, like some schools are literally, you're back in school for 2 weeks, you know, sometimes 3. I think I think that's going to be a post-COVID thing that's going to stick. If I'm right, then that's going to give us a good window to go on that trip. Y'all with me on this? Okay. So let's see. Okay. But if you stick with this class, and then we can, I think we can maybe stick with that. Okay. But I can't make any promises either. I could be dead. Okay. Or there could still be, you know, a virus, whatever. But like,
we'll be able to go this year?
no, all field trips this year. So like, which bums me out because I can't even take you to the Fed. Crap, like all the things that I do, you know, like I have to rethink. We can't go to the prairie, like as a class. But I'm coming up with some thoughts. River, you know, like this class was like once a month we were going somewhere, you know. So I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Okay. Plus also like 35-minute classes. You know, it takes 10 minutes to get out to the Fed. 10 minutes to get back, you know. If the virus ends and everybody's happy and we go back to normal, like second semester, okay, then I'll make up for all that stuff, okay. But I have to buy tickets for the Everglades in September. I can't, you know, we can't buy, you know, that's the thing. Let's say the virus ends in December, right? We're like, well, why can't we just go now? I have to plan, you know, I have to plan all that stuff. Like I have a schedule. What usually on this first day I give you a schedule, and here's your payments. The first payment's due at the end of September because I'm buying tickets then. And then I have to, organize all of it. Yeah, it's not feasible. And at this point, they said no. So the school board wouldn't even approve, right? You know what I mean? So it blows, but like, what are you gonna do? Everybody got this? Everybody got this right here? What's that, Jacob? Yeah, man. Hey, I am. Yeah, I got real bummed out in March, and not because of e-learning. I just missed you guys. It like that. This is what I do. This is my life. So like it was a major drag. So like I'm hopeful. I'm staying positive as much as possible, but I'm seeing all these other schools drop. So who knows? Okay. Let me talk a little bit about, though, that's a good segue to this, okay? So right now, Maggie's on Zoom. And so I have this Chromebook. I don't know if any of your other teachers are doing this yet. And it's hooked up to this camera, okay? And right now, Maggie's watching this live, but I'm also recording this, okay? And I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel every day, okay, the recording. So for a couple reasons, okay? Number one, Maggie. Number two, okay, let's say okay, so Jacob tests positive, okay, today, right, after school year, finds out he's positive. Okay, not only is he out, okay, but everyone around him is out, okay, and not only just in this class, but in all the other classes. I mean, possibly, I don't handle any of that stuff, but the health department does. I don't even know. Like, if all of a sudden Jacob's gone, like, I can't know that he's tested positive. Somebody's gonna probably tell me, but like, legally the school will not say Jacob tested positive. So, there you go. But all of a sudden, like, Jacob's gone and Trina's gone and Justice is gone. Let's put a couple things together here, right? But let's say Jacob, he's a stallion. He doesn't get sick. He's just got the virus. So what's he gonna do? You can watch. He can watch online, right? So I'm gonna do this every day. And I know whatever, it's going to be one of those things where, some people, want to join online during the class time, or you can watch the archive. Like, I want it to be as seamless as possible. Even if you're just sick, I mean, remember, there's other diseases out there too. Like, I think it's funny right now because even I've done this where like I get I have a cough or something. I'm like, oh God, it's COVID, right? But like, there's still other things like syphilis and AIDS and the common cold. So you could get any of those things, right? So let's say you get AIDS and you have to stay home for a while. Right? You can also just watch me online, right? Okay, so yeah, right. And I rigged this up. I'm so excited because I move around a lot. So I went to the hardware store and I put all these pieces together. It only took me 2 trips to the hardware. I was pretty proud of myself. So I'll move the camera around some and whatnot. Okay, so if you want to, and I would highly recommend doing this right now, just because we're all here together. Click on this link, Zoom, and just bookmark it. And click on this uploads from David Burnworth and just bookmark that. But let's say it's connected. Oh man, look at that. It didn't connect. That's all right. I just want to.
It already does it.
It automatically does it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna mute this real quick. I won't admit. You can just close it out. But then, and then if you but let's say you forget. Here's also the bookmark. I put this up here. I love Bitly. Bitly is a cool website that allows you to shorten links because the Zoom links are like 4 billion characters long. Okay, so Bitly just shortens it. So let's say you forget what the Zoom is. It's right here underneath your classroom. Okay. I am not going to post the Zoom link every single day. I'm not going to post the YouTube link every day. Just know that that's where you find them. My uploads from YouTube, okay, and also the Zoom link is there. All right. Any questions about that? Let's take a second then and and go ahead and open the link for my AP login. Okay. Now, if you've never taken an AP class before, you will have to fill out some information. If you have taken an AP class before, then you should already have your login and also your password. I have zero access to the login and password.
So if we have it, we need to
Okay.
create an account.
What's that?
If we have it, we need to create it.
Yeah, create an account. If you have never created an account before, and if you're like, oh, I don't know if I've ever done this before. If you took an AP class before, and I think, is this also, it's not for the ACT or SAT?
It's not.
No, it's just for AP only.
Well, that's-
Okay. So, yeah,
Well, you
sorry.
have to sign up for the SAT on this.
Yeah, it's the same info.
Is it the same
Yeah,
info?
it's the same, it's the same.
It's the
thing.
same password? Okay, cool. Great. All right. Well, then log into that. And then if you notice on my classroom, the code, and I can make this real big for you if you like. The class code. Oh, I think I could just do this by logging into my own AP.
I need to join your course.
Yeah, that's what I want you to do is to join my course. And I want to see if it's already generated. Let's see. No, I thought this would take me here, but it's not going to do it. I'll just do it this way. Here is the code. It's on, you can copy it from Classroom, but I'll put it up here real big in case you can't see it.
So we hit join a course or exam.
Yeah, join a course, and this is the course code. The spinning wheel of death. XX26YA. And hopefully, did that get you in? Does it say Jacob Rowan? Yes. Hey Jacob, can you do it okay on your phone?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's working great.
Is our student ID? Yeah. You don't have to put it in, right? Okay. It seems,
So this is, we're going to use this quite a bit this year. This AP class is definitely different than like let's say AP art, right? That some of you took before, whereas you're doing a portfolio and then Hannah's taking a million pictures and then submitting that. Your test is in May, and you know, fingers crossed that test will be in person rather than online. Last year, those of you that took AP Bio and took the AP Bio test know that it was hard, it was rough, and it was you know, doing it online at home is not ideal. So 5 years ago, I got accepted to actually grade the exams. Okay, so except for this year, have been going to Cincinnati, Ohio for a week, sitting in a convention hall at a table with 8 people, okay, in a room with about 200 people. And I would get these pink books. This is typically what, and hopefully this year, what your AP test will look like for the FRQs. You would get this book. I would get your book. I would read your questions. I would grade it, and I would put it in a bubble sheet. This year, I graded at home, online, and it was excruciating. Okay, I want to go back to Cincinnati, even though at home I only graded about 5 hours a day, whereas in person we grade from 7:30 in the morning till 5 at night. We get 2 breaks, one at 10:15 and one at 3:30. It's insane, right? It sounds horrible, but I've built an incredible community of teachers from all around the country, of people who teach AP Environmental Science, and I've learned a lot from these people. Okay, so for me, being a grader was a game changer, because I will tell you that a lot of this FRQ section, okay, is all about knowing the tricks that the College Board wants you to do, okay? And it's really dumb, okay? And it makes me mad because I've read essays or FRQs, free response questions, from students that I understand that they know what the material is. But sometimes if you're missing literally one word, no point, okay? Each question's worth 10 points, okay? You miss 1 point, that doesn't necessarily take you from a 5 to a 4, okay? But if you miss, you know, I will tell you this year, the question that I graded, okay, the average 2.39. And that wasn't just this year. Every year, the average out of 10 points, folks, globally, people are getting around 3, right? Isn't that insane? Okay, but I can get you there. I can tell you, I can get you there if you stick with me, right? Okay. And I know I can get you there because people have gotten 5s, right? But you got to stick with me, okay? Right? And that includes, like, when if we go home, right? We're gonna do some weird stuff, right? We're gonna have to spend some time together. And hey, thanks guys for the summer, man. Your responses were really fun, and it was fun. It was fun to read those, and I really like the meat one. A lot of people got fired up about the meat one. That was exciting if you chose that. And those of you that got to watch that movie, I keep thinking about that movie. I know not everybody could do that, and that's fine. But man, those of you that watched, I hope it caused you to think a little bit about the world. Okay, so we got AP Classroom. What time are we out of here? Can I give you a book real quick? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Sign the card, but don't pass it up. I'll just come get it. And then sign the front too. Tomorrow, I will give you an online option. If I were you, I would leave this book here unless you're a book person. Okay? You will all have access to the online textbook. Oh man.
I didn't get one.
I'm coming. So sign the card in the back and then sign the front. And I'll come get the card.
I already got a book.
What's that?
I already got a
Oh,
book.
here you want- I didn't know.
Yeah, where's the card at?
Next.
Oh, I can't open it. Promise.
It's like under my chair.
It's exciting. Sorry, okay, you ask a question, answer.
Maggie, I'll set you up. Maggie, I'll set you up with the online book later, okay? I got to just deal with, like, I didn't know how much time we'd have with that. If you want a copy of this book, because you're a book person, like, hit me up and we'll figure out, like, when to get it. Is that cool?
Yeah, that works.
Oh, I think I muted you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Wait.
I muted it because everybody's like, ding, 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 ding. Okay, I'll get the card.
Can we bring this book to school every day?
I would leave it at school.
I
And
know
then
it's
if
my
you're gonna
laptop.
do homework, what's that? Oh, wait, you don't have, you're not, are you guys not using your lockers at all?
Yeah, we can't until the end of the
Right there.
They just did, huh, you can't what?
We can't until the end of the
Right, I know, but like, are some people, like,
I'm not using mine.
some people are not even using them.
I'm not using mine. Cause I was like, sports stuff. And that's all. Cause you can't even go through it every day.
Then take it home. I will have an online option, but, you know, usually what people did was they just left it here, but I didn't think about the fact that like a lot of people are not using their lockers.
Well, a lot of people are in our grade are only getting like half days. So
Oh,
I'm only doing half days. Like work days.
oh, hybrids, you're the hybrid.
I do work days in college online.
Oh, cool. Anybody else cards? I got everybody's card. Card in the back.
There's really beers in the bag. Do they even need it? I mean, there is not like.
I do kind of like, I do like the space in the house.
Yeah, I do too. I feel all the way to that side.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna actually go there because I'm
All right, everybody's, I got everybody's card. That's great. I'm gonna put these back here.
I think these days are gonna fly, don't you? Like with the like short periods and stuff.
No, they moved senior night up.
Did they? Crazy.
No, they're numbered.
No. I don't know, man. Did you hear this? I thought this was funny. Well, so I still talk to Maggard, and so his school in Elkhart County, they said you can't go back until September 28th, and no sports until September 28th. But then they rioted the health commissioner's office, and they all like said, okay. She's like, okay, I changed my mind. Because I think Town football, like that's it.
That's wrestling.
Yeah.
I think they had 4 states.
Oh wow. Okay, hey Maggie, I'm gonna sign out. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? And thanks for joining me.
All right.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
Bye.